Jerry, last thing I want to talk about, okay, and I don't want to call it the last act because I think you got a lot more to go. But at 79 years old, you took the job with the Clippers, right, as a consultant. Now, a lot of people at 79, Jerry, quite frankly, what you've accomplished and the life that you have would, be, playing golf every day or,
That's
hanging
not
out at the
true.
club.
I hardly ever play golf.
Yeah, I was with you in Maui that time when you went to play golf and I drove the cart, but that was another story. Anyway, why did you do it, Jerry? I mean, really, I mean, I've heard you talk about it. It was at the press conference, but you never really said like why you took that job.
Well, first of all, Steve Ballmer, if you're around him, he's infectious, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He's the most straightforward guy. He doesn't beat around the bush. He's just there, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm just too competitive, even to this day,
Mm.
to sit around, okay? I just am too competitive. And obviously, when someone wants you, that feels pretty good,
Yeah.
okay? They still feel that you haven't, that you have something to give. And obviously, I wasn't one of some other places, okay? So it was just a good feeling. And I work with a lot of basketball people, a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And my preference is to work with basketball people instead of people that don't have any basketball experience except watching films and going to games and everything, who get involved with teams. And this place has got a lot of basketball people there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the most formidable teams in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It is by far. Uh, I wouldn't trade our top 10 guys for any team in the league, not one.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think we're that deep. If we could just ever have a healthy group of people or people together, I've never seen anything like it this year. But I do think we're very capable. Some of the things that have been done there in a short period of time are pretty remarkable.
Mm-hmm.
And there are probably 5 years left here for this team to be really good,
Mm-hmm.
because all these players are going to be in their prime. And when I look at other teams aging players, look at the age of players, we should be here for a while in Los Angeles. And hopefully we'll have an opportunity again, as we mentioned. How fun would it be for the Clippers and Lakers to play? Okay, would it be for bragging rights of the city? It might be bragging rights for a season
Mm-hmm.
if the Clippers would win, but the Lakers' history and the people they've had playing here, that's never going to go away. But from now on, when they have a new building here,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to have their own group of fans. They're going to be completely different than Laker fans. And that's why I think what makes life so interesting, okay? I really do. It's all about competition, and let's hope the best team wins, and I think we have the best team.
Yeah. Well, look, I can't wait to get down there and see all these teams, especially the two LA teams. And like I said earlier, God willing, they'll go head to head. It won't be a hallway series like we had hoped at Staples Center, but I think these guys would play against each other anywhere, at a playground or
Well, this,
YMCA, it
you know
doesn't
what,
matter.
this is really an awkward, unique time. It really is. I don't know how, as I say, there's something about the day of the game.
Yeah.
How do these players in their own mind, and this is a remarkable part about these players, adapt themselves from being, uh, preparing themselves to be there before a lot of people, and all of a sudden they're by themselves. And somewhere along the way, you have to, even though you respect other players, you've got to find a way to dislike them for 48 minutes, okay?
Right. Yeah. You seem to have that down pat when you were playing.
I didn't like anyone I played against. I don't care who they were.
Yeah.
I hated them all.
Yeah.
Well, I don't hate them all. I just didn't like them that day.
And you got the nine broken noses to show for it?
Well, more than that, yeah, 9 broken noses. There's a lot of internal things that will be worse than the broken noses. That's
Yeah,
for
I hear you.